Today on Questions Answered, we're talking about classes. No, not the proletariat and bourgeoisie, we're talking about e-bike classes. A lot of people ask, what are the different classes and what do they mean? There are 3 different classes, and they each refer to the speed a bike is limited to and whether or not it has a throttle. Class 1 e-bikes are pedal assist only. That means no throttle. They may use a cadence sensor or a torque sensor, and the motor assists your pedaling up to 20 miles an hour. That doesn't mean you can't pedal beyond 20 miles an hour, but the motor is limited to 20 miles an hour. Class 2 refers to an e-bike that's limited to 20 miles an hour that also has a throttle. So that can have pedal assist up to 20 miles an hour and throttle up to 20 miles an hour. Class 3 refers to an e-bike that is pedal assist up to 28 miles an hour. Some examples: our Priority Current ships as a Class 2 e-bike. That means it has a throttle, but is limited to 20 miles an hour. But it's possible to make it a Class 3 e-bike by changing the speed limit of the pedal assist system up to 28 miles an hour. Similarly, our E-Classic Plus originally shipped as a Class 1 e-bike because it had no throttle and was limited to 20 miles an hour on pedal assist. But now that is a Class 2 e-bike because it's limited to 20 miles an hour on pedal assist and throttle. Depending on the state you live in, there are likely regulations that dictate whether a Class 1, 2, or 3 e-bike is allowed on bike paths or on public roads. So you can do some internet research and see what the legality of the various classes of e-bikes are for your state. Peopleforbikes.org is a great resource and has a whole page dedicated to e-bike laws state by state. So you can go there and look up the laws relevant to your state. So now that you know the e-bike classes, how do you know which one is right for you? Well, I think the first thing is to consider where you want to ride the bike and what regulations are in place that determine what you can ride where you want to ride. So that's where it's important to look up what regulations are in your specific state and whether those refer to your local bike paths or your local roads. One big consideration for determining what class you want is, do you want a throttle or not? And throttles can be useful if you want to get off the line easily while keeping your feet on the ground, like if you have a lot of weight on your bike, or if you just can't pedal through certain obstacles and you want to be able to keep your feet planted on the pedals without pedaling and just use the throttle for power. Or, you know, if you have, if there's some inability for you to be able to use the pedals on various points in your ride. Having a throttle can be really useful in those instances. It can also be really useful if you're starting on a hill and it's hard to get up to speed. So the throttle can help you get off the line and get enough momentum to be balanced to start pedaling. In real riding conditions, a throttle might not be useful for you. I think a lot of people find that they don't need a throttle as much as they think they do. The next consideration is, do you need a bike that has pedal assist above 20 miles an hour, even up to 28? And I think the conditions that would require that are conditions where you're going to be on faster roads and you need to keep pace with traffic. It can be really useful to be able to cruise at 25 miles an hour. Or maybe you're just a speed demon and you like to go as fast as possible. I don't blame you. That's also a great reason to have a Class 3 e-bike. Safety is important anytime you're riding an e-bike, but if you're on a Class 3 e-bike, cruising at over 20 miles an hour, making sure the bike is safety checked and that you're wearing proper safety equipment when you're going that speed is really important. So what about two-wheeled vehicles that go faster than 28 miles per hour on pedal assist or throttle? Well, by definition, they don't fall into the class categories, so they aren't considered e-bikes at that point. If you have any more questions about e-bikes, classes, or anything to do with bikes, post it in the comments and we'll address it in a future video. Thanks for watching.